His Holiness himself leaving early in the morning, as we just saw him on his doorstep. Let's see if we can get right in the window here for a smile. Bye-bye. Going into the compound where the children are, where we're going now. And one young tulku here. Okay.
Maybe he escapes from the store. Hides behind
the Tibetan store is inside there. This is the compound where the young monks live and study. We hope to find them in their classrooms this morning. The Garuda dance and many of the other chams were performed here during the festivities.
And this young tulku, who is 8 years old, is the Venerable Trakmar tulku, who has been recently enthroned here at Peyu Namdroling Monastery. His teacher is the Omzet, or head chanter of the monastery, Venerable Tara Lama. Right now, the young tulkus are being taught to speed read so that they can have total comprehension in the major accomplishment ceremonies and pujas that are ongoing. It seems as though he's getting some kind of an examination at the moment. This is Muknyak Tulku. He's about 10 years old, also trying to memorize the mind accomplishment of Ratna Lingpa's Vajrakalaya. And next to him is a major lineage holder of the Peyu tradition, Muksang Tulku, better known as Sadhu Baba, one of the cute little joking tulkus here at the monastery. These young monks are all studying here under the guidance of their venerable teacher at Namdroling Monastery. They're all very smart. They know how to read, how to write. They memorize their prayers. This is their teacher. And this particular man was actually in Tibet, His Holiness Dujam Rinpoche's main servant and attendant. Although for the last 30 years he hasn't had a chance to meet His Holiness again because he's been here working and dedicating himself to teaching these young monks to spread the doctrine.
Another teacher.
They're praying to Manjushri, which is the traditional prayer that is always recited at the very beginning of each day's studies. All of them know this prayer by heart, and after the prayer is recited, then they recite Manjushri's mantra, Om Adapat Sanadi, 108 times, and then they're ready to begin the day of study and practice. The blackboard is Pema. He's a very kind and compassionate teacher for these young monks. usually now they're reciting his mantra, which generates great wisdom. Omara Patsana D, and then D, 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 very fast as many times as they can. After a hard morning of study and practice, it's finally time for the long-awaited recess.
Move it. Let's go.
This is where the monks live at Namdroling Monastery, and behind the furthest complex is where the classrooms are for the children, which we saw a bit earlier. Beyond is the camp where the lay people live, and the first camp to the distance is called camp number 4. Beyond that is camp number 3, beyond that number 2, and number 1. Camp number 1 is actually very, very far back in the distance. There's said to be some 10,000 Tibetan refugees in this surrounding area. Here we have the Mani prayer wheel halls. There are 2 of them at Namdroling Monastery. Both have been built by individual sponsors. Inside the hall is the great Mani wheel, which we saw a bit earlier, and the fresco paintings. This is used by the monks and the lay people alike to accumulate merit. To the distance, beyond the Christmas tree, is the newly built Sarah J. and Sarah Met monastic complex. This was one of the 3 famous monasteries in Lhasa, Sarah, Drepung, and Ganden. And Sarah here now in southern India is the new monastery that's been rebuilt. This is a Gelugpa monastery. The fields that you see are all now being planted. Many of them are owned by individual Tibetans. Usually each family has 1 to 2 acres. And they actually sow the seeds themselves and nurture the crop, and the harvest is the money that they get, which keeps them alive for the entire year. This is a sky shot of the newly built 3-year retreat facility. This facility holds 11 practitioners. Each one has an individual room, and then they have their garden in the middle. They do not come out of this complex for 3 years. They're under the guidance of His Holiness Painor Rinpoche and also Aku Lama. Beyond in the distance is the Shedra, the Scholastic College. This college is presently holding over 100 residents. In some of the rooms there are 3 monks to 1 small room, but actually this is considered the largest and the most prestigious Nyingmapa Scholastic College in the world at this time. There are 5 Khenpos in residence who are teaching, and the classes are ongoing. At this moment, classes are going on, and we'll be going over there in a minute to see what it's all about. A class in process. At that time, we won't be giving any narration so that you can hear the sound of the Tibetan voices and the chanting. Khenpo Sewa Gyatso is teaching to some of the older monks here at the Scholastic College. Some of these monks are in their 8th and 9th year of training, and since the school lasts for a duration of 9 years, they will graduate and then they will become qualified to go on and take further examinations and studies, which result in the title of Khenpo. This is the Venerable Khenpo Pema Sherab, who is the senior-most Khenpo here at the Scholastic College. Presently he's teaching to the first-year group of students, and it seems as though he's teaching on the rules of the Vinaya discipline as we come here at this time this morning. To his right is the 5th Karma Guchen Rinpoche, who has begun the Scholastic College this very year. And next to him, another new student is the Venerable Latrul Rinpoche. Latrul Rinpoche is a major lineage holder of the Payul tradition. In this class, there are at least 3 or 4 other tulkus, along with the monks.
Juba Sanje Jula Jeva Jebala, Solo Taba, Radio Kono, Damba Yin, Dambasana, Jeru Niji Sanjibe, Jeru Niji Chere, Sanjis, and Detara, Kiloma, Kanjo Tibali Jibishos. No de Kanjo Tibali, Jeru Niji Sansia, Toma Kazna, Yana Jebo, de Chisin, Soy Palason Jeva Chila, the Chojas and Namadon, the Richevan, no de Kanjo Tibali Jibishos.
Size of the pot to feed all these young monks. Got across an open window, but just so you could see the whole kitchen, I wanted to take this.